Before we dive into the life of Michael Jackson, let's pause for a moment. This is not just a story about a singer. It's the story of a boy from a small town who became the most famous entertainer on the planet. It's about triumph and pain, creativity and controversy, innocence and scrutiny. Michael Jackson wasn't just a pop star. He was a cultural force, a mystery, a mirror reflecting the beauty and burdens of fame. So whether you've danced to Billie Jean, felt the message of man in the mirror, or marveled at the magic of the moonwalk, this is your invitation to look deeper, to hear the full story of the man behind the music. Now, let's go back to where it all began. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, a gritty, industrial city known more for its steel mills than for music. He was the seventh of 9 children born to Catherine and Joseph Jackson. The family lived in a tiny 2-bedroom house, crowded but filled with rhythm. Catherine, a devout Jehovah's Witness, played piano and sang, while Joseph, a crane operator by day, had dreams of musical greatness and had once played guitar in a local RVB band. From a very young age, Michael was different. His voice had a soulful resonance. His feet seemed born to move. By the time he was 5, his natural gift had become undeniable. His father noticed and quickly added him to a musical group had formed with his older brothers, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon. The group would become known as the Jackson 5. Life changed rapidly. The Jackson 5 began performing in local talent shows and nightclubs, sweeping competitions with their tight choreography, infectious energy, and, most of all, Michael's captivating stage presence. By age 10, Michael had become the lead singer. The group's big break came in 1968 when they signed with Motown Records, the legendary label behind acts like Marvin Gaye and the Supremes. In 1969, their first Motown single, I Want You Back, shot to number 1. It was followed by a string of hits, ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There, each topping the charts and establishing the Jackson 5 as a global phenomenon. But even within the group, Michael was emerging as a singular force. His charisma, voice, and instinct for performance stood out, even among his talented siblings. Motown knew they had lightning in a bottle. In 1972, Michael released his first solo album, Got to Be There, at the age of 13. Though he continued performing with his brothers, it was clear he was destined for something greater. Over the next several years, Michael navigated his teen years under a glaring spotlight. He acted in the film The Wiz in 1978, where he met music producer Quincy Jones, a meeting that would change everything. In 1979, he released Off the Wall, his first solo album produced by Quincy. It was a brilliant mix of pop, funk, and disco, with hits like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You. The album was a commercial success, selling over 20 million copies. But Michael wanted more. He famously said, "Off the Wall was just the beginning. I wanted to make an album where every song was a killer." He wasn't just dreaming big, he was about to make history. In 1982, Michael released Thriller. It became the best-selling album of all time, with over 66 million copies sold. The album blended pop, rock, funk, and R&B into a perfect storm. Singles like Billie Jean, Beat It, and the title track, Thriller, dominated charts. His performance on the Motown 25 special, where he debuted the moonwalk, became an instant cultural landmark. Michael became the most famous man on the planet. He broke racial barriers on MTV, set fashion trends with a sequin glove and red leather jacket, and redefined music videos as cinematic experiences. The Thriller short film was a 14-minute epic that changed the game. Awards flooded in. Yet, even as he stood at the top, he remained restless. Michael wasn't just an artist. He was a perfectionist. In 1987, he released Bad, his follow-up to Thriller. It was another massive success, producing hits like Smooth Criminal, Man in the Mirror, and The Way You Make Me Feel. The Bad World Tour was record-breaking, attended by millions around the world. He also co-wrote We Are the World in 1985 with Lionel Richie, raising millions for African famine relief. His influence extended beyond music. He was a humanitarian, a style icon, and a global ambassador for peace. But fame had its cost. Michael became more reclusive, often seen in surgical masks, surrounded by bodyguards, and under constant media scrutiny. His appearance began to change, sparking endless speculation. He was diagnosed with vitiligo, a condition that causes depigmentation of the skin. He denied rumors of skin bleaching, but admitted to limited plastic surgery. Still, the public's fascination with his private life often overshadowed his artistry. In 1991, Michael released Dangerous, featuring hits like Black or White and Remember the Time. He built Neverland Ranch, a fantasy estate with a zoo and amusement park, as both sanctuary and stage. But his dreamland would become the center of nightmare. In 1993, Michael was accused of child sexual abuse. He denied the allegations and settled out of court without admission of guilt. The scandal shook the world and left his image deeply wounded. In 1995, he tried to reclaim his legacy with the album History, a deeply personal mix of past hits and new songs that reflected his pain and defiance. Despite the media frenzy, Michael continued creating, and during the early 1990s, as Michael's fame soared, so did the curiosity about his private life. In 1994, Michael shocked the world by marrying Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis Presley. Their union was highly publicized, two heirs to music royalty coming together. They appeared together at the MTV Video Music Awards, sharing a kiss that made headlines worldwide. However, the marriage faced intense pressure and constant media speculation. After just under 2 years, they divorced in 1996, remaining friends. Shortly after, in 1996, Michael married Debbie Rowe, a dermatology nurse he had met during treatments for his skin condition, vitiligo. Debbie and Michael shared a strong bond, and she would go on to bear 2 of his children, Prince Michael Jackson Jr., born in 1997, and Paris Michael Catherine Jackson, born in 1998. Although their marriage ended in divorce in 1999, Michael was granted full custody of the children. In 2002, Michael welcomed his 3rd child, Prince Michael Jackson II, famously known as Blanket, via a surrogate. Michael was an extremely devoted father, striving to give his children a childhood filled with love, privacy, and joy, everything he felt he had missed. Despite the turbulence of his adult life, his children remained the center of his universe. But trouble returned. In 2003, new allegations led to a criminal trial in 2005. After a grueling process, Michael was acquitted on all counts. The trial took a massive emotional and physical toll, and he retreated further from public life. In the last years of his life, Michael lived quietly, preparing for a massive comeback. In 2009, he announced This Is It, a series of concerts in London. Fans were ecstatic. Rehearsals began. The footage showed a sharp, focused, and deeply passionate artist, determined to reclaim the stage. But on June 25, 2009, the world stopped. Michael Jackson was found unresponsive in his home in Los Angeles. Despite efforts to revive him, he was pronounced dead at the age of 50. The cause? Cardiac arrest induced by acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. His personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, had administered the powerful surgical anesthetic as a sleep aid. It was a dangerous and inappropriate use, and in 2011, Dr. Murray was convicted of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 4 years in prison. The world mourned. Tributes poured in from every corner of the globe. Memorials were held, murals painted, and millions of fans lit candles and played his music. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, was gone. Though he left too soon, Michael's legacy is eternal. His influence echoes in the work of countless artists, from Beyoncé to Bruno Mars. His dance moves, his sound, his visual storytelling, he redefined what it meant to be a pop star. He was a paradox, shy but electrifying, wounded yet powerful, isolated and beloved. His life was a blend of fantasy and reality, triumph and tragedy. But through it all, his art spoke louder than words. From the streets of Gary to the stages of the world, Michael Jackson's journey was extraordinary. And though the curtain fell, the music never stopped.
Hey, thanks for watching this amazing story and welcome to Video Biographer, where every life has a story and every story deserves to be told. If you believe that every person has a journey worth knowing, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a life story that could inspire or inform you. Ready to explore more? Choose one of the videos on your screen and discover a life that you should know about. This is Video Biographer, where stories live and life speak. See you in my next video. If there's a life story you'd like me to cover, drop your suggestion in the comments. Until then, stay blessed and take care.